Hi guys, welcome back to my XPS guide. Now, finally, this week we get Final Fantasy 6 banner. So yes, you have been waiting for this banner because like you know that there will be a big damage jump on this banner. So let's start from Neo Vision Terra. So on normal form, she is just like your ordinary Chaos Wave Awakened Chainer. But the good thing is she able to chain with Ice, Thunder, and Fire element. I think this is really special because most Neo Vision previously only able to chain with one element. So she able to chain with three. Amazing, okay? Elemental flexibility. And she has Dragon and Aqua Killer on normal form, also for Brave Shift form too. But on Brave Shift, you won't use her as your normal mage. And by the way, she is true dual wield mage and has 200% change damage modifier. So yes, it is amazing. And on Brave Shift form, she is not Chaos Wave Awakened Chainer. Okay, she becomes finisher based on fire element, and the special thing is it is evoke damage. So yes, evoke damage. It is something new on this Neo Vision age, okay? Because on the past we only have like 7 stars evoker, but now on Neo Vision she will become the first evoker. And talking about that, she is insane because like I say, she rely on limit burst on Brave Shift form, and she has 150 to 250% limit burst damage boost buff. So yes, amazing, right? She will multiply her limit burst damage by a lot, but that's not it. Because she has 240% Evo Magic and 60% Evo damage plus. And yes, that's insane. But the most insane thing is if you able to gear her with additional Evo Magic and Evo damage, she will totally insane. Based on what I read on Brave XVS forum, if you able to reach, let's say, 300% Evo Magic, 300% Evo damage, that means you kinda multiply your damage by 16 times. So that's insane. She is, oh my god, she is probably the best DPS when she was released. She is released. But the problem is, are you able to max that stats, Evo Magic and Evo damage? If you cannot, then I can say sorry, maybe she is not that great. Why? Because like you know that Evo Magic or Evo damage are not affected by killers. So I can say that this Evo Magic and Evo damage boost are same like killers, but it works for all enemies type. So you can think about those things like that, okay? So yes, she can be really powerful, but let's hope you able to get her. But I will talk about that on her review video, okay? And yes, if you know something about Evo Magic and Evo damage, please leave it on the comment, because from my understanding right now, Evo Magic can be maxed at 300%, same for Evo damage. And for Evo Magic, it shouldn't be too hard because she already get 240%. But for Evo damage, yes, you need lots of STMR equipment. And if you focus on building Evo Magic and Evo damage, and remember limit burst damage and magic stats, then I can say she is probably become like glass cannon on some trials. Okay, so that's for the preview. Let's talk about the next character, Archmage Kefka. Another Neo Vision mage, but I don't think he has anything special. He able to chain with Chaos Wave Awaken, Ice, and Thunder element. So yes, like other old Neo Vision chainer, I really cannot say there is anything special about him. Simply your average normal Neo Vision mage. And maybe the good thing is he able to grant human, beast, and bird killer to one ally magic, okay? And yes, that will be good, especially for Dark Vision, because that means three enemies type quite a lot, okay, to increase your damage output on Dark Vision. And yes, like I said, nothing extraordinary is his weakness. And for the Trustmaster and STMR, I can say they are not bad, but again, they are not something you want to chase. And for the Trustmaster reward, it is nice, but only 50 magic. There are much better accessory than this one. Okay, I simply prefer not Kin higher pin than this one, because yes, it only has 10 last magic but increased 40% magic. Okay, so nothing amazing about his Trustmaster reward. For STMR, it is good for your true double hand mage, but I think true double hand mage is bad. Okay, because they don't get benefit from chain damage modifier. I mean weapon damage modifier. Okay, and yes, to make true double hand mage, I think they need to give them much higher damage modifier than true dual wield mage. So nothing special from his STMR. That's my opinion. And that's for the first Neo Vision Awakening, and the last is Shadow. So Shadow, the meme of FFBE. Okay, so his 7 stars are not bad, but he didn't get lots of attention. But again, I can say that probably same about his Neo Vision Awakening. Sure, he able to imperil Katana resist by 15%, pretty decent. And he also able to break the accuracy, which is pretty decent to make your evasion gearing easier, I guess. Okay, and another thing he can do is 80% all stats break for one enemy, so he can become your main breaker. And it is Stardust Ray chain, so you can break and chain at the same time. Pretty decent. For element, he can use wind and dark elements, so pretty good 2 elements for one character. And he also able to support your party with 2 AoE physical evasion, so I can say pretty interesting character. But her breath shift, I mean his breath shift form, I'm not sure whether it is good or not. It is good first because he has 70% physical evasion on his breath shift form, so it is easy to gear him up to 100%. But the bad thing is his breath shift abilities are grandest abilities, which means you can only use them for limited times. And based on my quick observation, he has 3 Stardust Ray moves and 3 Aurel Ray moves. Each of them can be used for 2 times. So if you use him, let's say for Stardust Ray Chainer on breath shift form, that means he can only be used for 2 turns. After that, you need to rely on his limit burst. Okay, so that's all for Shadow. I think his Trustmaster reward is kind of mediocre, 50% when equipped with Katana, and the Human Killer is only 25%. Not good, I must say. Okay, so that's all for Shadow. Now let's take a look on the 7 stars characters. The first 7 stars is a free one, Strago. So I can say that Strago has some nice abilities. The first nice ability he has is 95% fire, ice, and lightning resist buff. So wow, it is close to 100%, but the downside is these buffs only last for 1 turn, so you need to cast it every turn. But again, if you really need this buff for some trials, when the enemy always use fire, ice, lightning attack, this gonna be useful. Okay, and he also has 200% defense and spirit buff plus 30% physical and magic mitigation. Nice, okay, for 6 turns. But the bad news is, remember, you cannot dual cast blue magic. So like other blue mages, it is maybe not that good. Maybe it is niche usage. And his Trustmaster reward and STMR combination can give you 50% true double hand, which is great, but also bad depends on the level, because like I said, true double hand mage is not that special. Okay, and I think the true double hand magic boost is easier to find compared to true dual wield. So I can say nothing special about this Trust Mastery Word and STMR. And for the premium realm, okay, the character you need to pull, I can say she is also pretty decent. Okay, she is good buffer. She can imperil fire and lightning by 120%. Nice. And maybe the best part is she able to grant 75% fairy and undead killer buff. So again, maybe 7 stars are not that relevant anymore, but for Dark Vision, where you need to deal lots of damage, this kind of buff gonna be useful. And she also has 35% Road Imperil, so very nice. But I'm not sure whether your, let's say, like mage attack using magic is considered road attack, okay? Or maybe it's only work for a hybrid character who uses road. Not sure. Please leave it on the comment if you know about it. Okay, and yes, she is like poor man's your security because she able to grant 100% limit burst damage buff to all allies. Okay, very nice. But the bad news is she has crappy STMR and Trust Mastery Word. For Trust Mastery Word, what MP boost, just forget it. And for STMR, it is road. It has nice attack and magic, but again, nothing so special about this one. Okay, so that's all for all the characters. Now the final question, should you summon? So like I said before, Neo Vision Terra is superb. She is the best damage dealer at this point. But yes, if you have the gear for her that boosts Evo magic and Evo damage, then yes, make sure you pull her because she will be totally insane. And if you are a fan of Final Fantasy VI, then of course you need to pull her because her limit burst is CG animation. Okay, very nice. And yes, maybe like I said, if you are a fan of Final Fantasy VI, then you can use your shadow as a breaker. Very nice, right? And for Archmage Kefka, even when he is nothing special, he can be useful for Dark Vision when you need Thunder and Ice elements. Okay, I think he can chain with your Neo Vision Soul, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. And the next don't summon if, of course, remember, soon we're gonna have Christmas event. I believe on the next week we're gonna get Neo Vision Christmas unit like Ibarra. Okay, first week we're gonna get new Neo Vision unit, and then on the following week we're gonna get like 30% rainbow banner for the old Christmas units like Grimlord Sakura and Lucius. And knowing that, I think you want to save your lapis for that Christmas. Remember that, like I said, we probably get it on the next week. So if, let's say, on the next week it turns out the character to be bad, then don't worry, you can still pull for Neo Vision Terra because Final Fantasy VI banner is still available on the next week. But just imagine you have pulled for Neo Vision Terra, and then on the next week come a new character which are more powerful than Neo Vision Terra, then you already run out of lapis. But again, I don't think next week character gonna be mage or something like that. It is probably like a healer or buffer or something like that. Okay, that, yeah, probably totally awesome. So yeah, it's better to save your lapis, I guess, for the next week. And yes, if you don't have equipment for Neo Vision Terra, you don't have Evo magic, Evo damage, then I think I haven't done the calculation. I think Neo Vision Visalis is probably better. So yeah, I think Terra gonna be mediocre if you don't have right equipment, because for other characters you can simply match your character's killer with the enemy you fight. Okay, but for Terra, I don't think so. And I don't think Shadow and Archmage Kefka are big selling point. They are just your ordinary characters. For Stardust Ray, Breaker, we already have Lauren, and yes, Neo Vision Riku, but yeah, it is absolutely wrong of equity. For Archmage Kefka, we already have Neo Vision Visualist, we have Ibarra, unless you are really fixed with Thunder and Ice Element. Okay, so I don't see any reason to pull on this banner other than Neo Vision Terra. Okay, so I think that's all you need to know about this Final Fantasy VI banner. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Private Spheres Guide. Bye bye guys!